Hey, this that real spit, deep downfield where it ain't safe. Martell Marlin, no rules, no filters, let's go. Hey, deep downfield, it get reckless, real. Martell and Marlin talking facts with skill. No cap zone, this that savage appeal. Uncut truth, got that don't care feel. Hey, it's your must see.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the dopest podcast on the web. I'm your dude, Martell, aka the Sucker Ducker, kicking with my partner Marlon, aka Big Gip. What's happening?
Man, what's going on, man?
Man, you know it's Tuesday, man. So you know we in the house tonight.
We're about to take you deep, deep, deep downfield.
Got to get my dog a Grammy, man. I keep telling y'all, man. That boy got bars and everything. Man, it's your dude, the Sucker Duck, and Big Gip in the house for the 225.
They said a 225. What the? What? 225. What the? Tongue twisted itself.
Man, I'm telling you, dog.
225. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know we be on these things here.
Yeah, man, clear your throat.
Yeah.
225.
Hey. See, anywhere that would have been an outtake, y'all, when you got a chance to hear this shit.
Somebody else probably would have edited out of their video. We don't do that here.
Not at all. Not at all. Get y'all that pure uncut,
Yeah.
like 8-ball.
Fools all in the way with Daddy Cono spray. It's like candy.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Early.
Yeah.
Church early, y'all.
If y'all checking us out tonight live on YouTube, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and that subscribe button for us.
Yeah, and also hit that bell notification so when we go live, y'all get notified.
You did.
Church, what you got to say, man? Get you out the way early.
He said, no practice tonight. Yeah, 1 week at a time. I feel you, dog. I'm in the same category, man.
Yeah, the L category.
You see this? See what I had to deal with on Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
you the only one got bragging rights on. No
this
Steelers.
week. Yeah, this week.
Cowboys, no Niners.
Yep.
Shit, no Titans.
Just the Bucks and the Tigers.
And the Jets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, we gonna unpack all this shit in a minute, man. Tell them what we got on tail, man.
Man, of course, you know what I'm saying? We got our Top Dog Slaw Dog Awards for this week. And, you know, we got a new top 10 in the AP poll. And our game of the weekend, we got this, I don't know how to even describe it, this new thing that old Deion Sanders got going on in Colorado, man. So, yeah, y'all stay tuned for this.
Yeah, man. There's always something new, man, in college football.
Yeah, man. Also, you know, of course, LSU head coach got fired. Man, I told you, there ain't been no firings like this, not in my lifetime, in mid-season.
They get this shit out the way early.
Get it on out the way.
Early. Hey, me. Try to get this headset straight, man.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, we can most definitely dive into you know, the college rankings. You know, just tell me what you think about old Brian Kelly getting fired, because that's the hot topic of the last few days. So
I seen it happening, man.
I ain't think he was a fit there anyway. But
yeah, I just think he came into that situation all the way wrong.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, he wasn't like Saban, but then again, who is like Saban?
Right.
You know, Saban come in and, you know, adapt the culture of Louisiana And I don't think that Brian Kelly did that. He came in, kind of arrogant, like, but you hadn't won nothing.
Nothing.
So
nothing.
You had some good recruiting classes coming in at LSU, but you ain't do nothing with them. So
not compared to everybody else.
Well, this is true, but he had a Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, that's it.
But I mean, you didn't do nothing with him.
So I got an interesting stat for you.
Okay.
So LSU last 4 head coaches, starting with Nick Saban, went 39-13.
Okay.
SEC championship, national championship. What's his name? Miles. 42-11.
Mm-hmm.
SEC championship, national championship. Orgeron, 41-9. SEC championship, national championship. And Brian Kelly, 34-14. Nada.
Interesting.
Now here's another interesting thing that I got for you as well. So one of the reasons why Brian Kelly left Notre Dame for LSU because he felt like, the resources to win a national championship won at Notre Dame. So since he left, of course, the black guy took over. Mm-hmm. So he has went to, I can't remember what his name is. I apologize.
Is that racist on our show?
I mean, he's a black guy. Oh my bad, African American.
No, I was just fucking with you, man.
What's his name? Let's get that clear. What's his name?
Tyrone Willingham.
No, hell no. Hell no.
Go on, man. Go on.
I'm trying. What's his name? Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
Okay. So since Brian Kelly been gone and Marcus Freeman has been there, Notre Dame has went to a college football first round game, the Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, and made a natty appearance.
Yeah.
On all this time, when Kelly said he wanted no resources at Notre Dame, his replacement proved that obviously there are resources. So what does it come down to? Coaching.
Yeah.
So you had the resources in Louisiana,
mm-hmm.
You couldn't get it done. And you left a place that supposedly did have the resources, and they actually went to a natty, had a chance to win it.
Yeah.
And a college football playoff game. So, nah, man, it's just him.
So you think he gonna resurface somewhere else?
Oh,
yeah. Big time program?
Nah, he'll probably end up somewhere like Maryland or something.
He gonna be at Penn State. Watch.
He's going backwards.
Watch. He going to Penn State. Watch. Watch what I did.
Outside of, but really, when you look at it outside of the box, what has he won?
Nothing. He ain't won nothing. I mean,
so why do you deserve this $50-something million buyout?
Man,
you
that's
ain't
crazy.
Won nothing.
All these coaches got this highest buyout.
And neither one of them don't have no type of resume. Nothing.
When they start just giving money out like this,
I don't know. At least Jimbo had a natty under his belt when he left Florida State for Texas A&M, which that was a mistake on his part. I mean, obviously he was chasing the money because you was already well established at Florida State, and then you go to Texas A&M and you don't do nothing. You don't do nothing. I mean, Texas A&M ain't, in my opinion, ain't on the same level as Florida State when it comes to the tradition and the history. You know, I don't remember Texas A&M being in nothing, especially when they was in the Big 12.
Yeah.
They couldn't even beat Texas.
Yeah.
Y'all was always second string to Texas. And one of the reasons why you left to come to the SEC to form your own, identity. You ain't had they even played in the SEC championship game?
No.
So they've been in the SEC since at least 2011, 12, something like that.
So they came in with Missouri, right?
Right. And at least Missouri went to an SEC championship game.
Yep.
I think they went to 2. I know they went to 1.
Yeah.
But man, them ain't did nothing. And they didn't have good coaches.
So do you think LSU firing him was the right decision at the right time?
Because just look, they got Alabama coming up, and they still got to play. Now they just play A&M. Who else they got to play?
Got destroyed by them.
Who is it they got to play? It's somebody else. Is it Texas? Either way, I guess the higher ups feel like might well go and get it over with now. Look at you. Yeah. Yeah, the higher ups feel like this is gonna get it do like everybody else doing.
Dude, they not wasting any time. But you made a good point though, because of the recruiting period.
Right. It's in December now.
So I guess there is no need to wait.
Right. Because now, like I said, you'll fire your coach when the season over in December, and they give the new coach some time to national recruiting in February to, try to keep some of the recruits that are already committed and maybe bring on some more. Now, when it's February, when it's in December now, you basically got 1 month.
Sure ain't lying.
It's going to be November next week. Well, this weekend, it's going to be November.
Yeah.
So they give you time to go ahead and find whoever you're going to find. Because like I said, you got Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You got, of course, LSU.
Penn State.
You got Penn State.
Colorado State.
Colorado State. You got UCLA. You got Virginia Tech. You're probably going to have Florida State. Yeah. Who else on the hot seat, too?
So, Auburn.
Yeah, possibly Auburn. I think if Auburn won the one this weekend, they probably would have fired their head coach too. But yeah, Arkansas too. Yeah, Arkansas. So shit, that's 3 SEC schools right there that need a coach.
Yeah, dude, that's unreal, man.
Right. In mid-season, you got all these vacancies.
In October.
And all these vacancies. We ain't talking about no small school. We talking about legitimate.
Major programs.
Yeah.
Major programs.
And it's going to be some more.
Now, let me ask this. Since we talking, do you think Colorado might have an opening at the end of the season? Y'all checking us out, man. Y'all hit us up in the comments, man.
They said Memphis job might be available too, because see if it might leave. I don't know, man. To me, he ain't on that Norvell, Fuentes. The hype ain't there yet.
I don't really think he a good coach like that, man.
Not me neither.
And he got us off schedule this year.
Yeah, I don't even think he that on that level, because when Fuentes left, Memphis was hot. When Norvell left, Memphis was hot. I don't think he gonna be. I think he's still gonna be there.
Yeah, I agree. I think so too.
The Colorado, it's obvious that they're not gonna fire him. So it either had to be he leave to either go to a Florida State or Florida, or you just resign for health reasons, that's where I'm more leaning, because they sorry this year.
This man.
What the hell?
Dog.
Every time you get on here, boy, you come. You come with some outlandish shit.
All the way out the left field, man.
So she got to open it. Man, here, boy.
Everybody there, wow, man.
And we don't hear nothing else from him the whole night. He make his one little statement and he go. That man over here hitting and running.
Well, now you the Barcades, right? Hit and run.
Damn. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, buying off the chain early.
But it's gonna be because I don't really know who's the next hot coach that's out here. Because of course, you know what I'm saying, majority of the coaches that get these Florida, Penn State, they they coming from smaller schools. Because Florida coach Napier, he came from like Louisiana or something like that. I can't remember where, Norville came from Memphis. He ain't got fired yet, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
But dude, I don't even know offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator that's, real hot in college football right now that might take one of them jobs.
Yeah, me neither. There's probably gonna be some out of that, of course. Everybody else know, we just don't know.
Yeah. Then it's possible that, one of those jobs might be filled by NFL coordinator or something.
Yeah, somebody that might drop down in the. I'm sure there's gonna be some interviews. This is a question though. Now, I know in the NFL you can't interview, but can you interview for a college job?
Dude, I think you can for college.
Okay.
I think you can for college. But I know that if your team is still playing, they can't interview until it's a bye.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
For another NFL job.
Oh, for another NFL job. But as far as college, they can interview for that. Yeah, it might be some coordinators, man, that they go down in the rankings and stuff like that. I know LSU's coordinator back when Orgeron was there. What's his name? Joe Brady. Yeah, now, he was a good coordinator, but he jumped to the NFL. So I don't know if he will be willing to come back to LSU and get that job.
He was one of the ones I wanted to go to Miami before they got Cristobal. And he's Buffalo's offensive coordinator. He was the quarterback coach.
Yeah.
And then they promoted him to offensive coordinator with the Bills when they got rid of.
Wasn't he in Carolina or something at one point or something?
You right.
Yeah.
You right.
I don't know if he was their offensive coordinator. He was something.
Because he took over for Ken Dorsey. Ken Dorsey was the offensive coordinator for Buffalo.
Ken Dorsey would be a good candidate, I feel, to be a college coach. I think he'll fit Florida over LSU. I think he'll fit there, but he a U guy, so he might not even want to touch that.
That's why I said, ooh, that might be.
He a U guy, so I mean.
But
or they do like Colorado did, go down to the SWAT and get some. Go down to the SWAT and get something better.
Dude, I really believe that Colorado job is going to be open at the end of this year. I ain't saying they going to cut Deion, but I'm just saying either he going to make a move, going to another college, or he going to do like you said, he going to step down for health reasons.
I think he would step down before. I mean, let's just be real, man. I mean, Deion is not a coach when it comes to, are you an offensive minded coach? Are you a defensive? Which one are you? You either got to be one or the other. He just been coaching his son, basically. That's basically what he been doing. You done coach your son his whole football career. Now that he in the NFL, he probably having damn daddy withdrawals.
Hey, so do you think Deion actually know X's and O's as far as coaching?
I don't know offense.
Because to me, I just feel like he probably is a motivator. You know,
Yeah.
he probably give you a good speech and make you want to run through a brick wall for him and all that kind of thing. But I don't know if he can draw X's and O's and call plays.
Especially like, well, we know he can't on offense. Defensively, though, I'm pretty sure you can coach the, secondary, cornerback position because you played corner and then you played, safety when you was at Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But yeah, I think you probably more of a position coach than an actual coordinator. I just don't see that in you.
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, then why you don't coach your own defense? Call plays for your, for your defense. Is that's been their major weakness since you've been there. I mean, doesn't that make sense?
Yeah.
You one of the best defensive players ever to play college and the NFL.
Right.
And you a head coach in your worst position is your defense. You got Sapp. Sapp can't help them. He's too busy. Yeah, Sapp barely holding on, trying to not pay somebody tuition down there.
See, that's what I just said. He said he's not a coach, he's a motivator. That's what I just said.
Yeah. He need to do what Urban do. Cheerlead. Man, Urban be animated. Boy.
He sure do, man.
He be animated. He was hot this weekend, though. They say he was going off on Dallas defense. We'll get into that in a minute, Church. We're going to get into that in a minute. But, since we're talking about Colorado and Deion, I ran across something earlier this morning that, I sent to Martell, I was like, because when I first saw it, I was like, nah, this can't be true till I saw the video. So apparently, Deion is going to have a transfer portal scrimmage for all the players that's going to hit the portal at Colorado. That's going to lead the program.
Dude, I have never heard such a thing.
So, as me and you was talking when we was, get ready to go live. When you got to Colorado, you were telling everybody to go and hit the portal because you was bringing your own bag.
Bring your own luggage.
Because it was Louis. You weren't trying to help those guys then. Now, you want to help the guys that's going to hit the portal by giving them a scrimmage so they can have some tape for other schools to see. I don't, that's the dumbest shit I've never heard of. Because me personally, I think that you're doing that just to see who off in the league to go to the portal so you'll know how many more players to bring in for you next season. So if you got 30 players that's going to be in the scrimmage, well, at least I know I got to go out here and get 30 players at the portal.
And so that's what I was about to ask. Is that man you lying?
No,
this real talk, dog.
It's real.
It's real talk.
It's real.
So that's gonna be my question to you, man. How is this gonna work? I mean,
when are you gonna do it? And when the season over in December? Because you ain't going to no bowl game.
No, that's out. So are you telling them if you want to enter the portal, then I'm gonna do this scrimmage for you? How do you present that to them?
How?
So, because if you bring it to them like that, it's a lot of them gonna be like, "No, I don't plan on going into the portal."
Man, but I'm just saying, like,
I'm just trying to figure out how you gonna present that, though.
How can you get a portal scrimmage to even, like, who would want to even play?
Mike said too stupid. That's what I'm saying. Who would want to play in that shit, and how you gonna present it?
Right.
Because in my mind, that shit feel like a trap, man. That's just like telling your employer, I'm planning on quitting today.
Yeah. Or we gonna fire you, but we gonna let y'all do some interviews so when y'all go to the next job, y'all to be prepared. Like, damn, what?
That don't make sense at all, man.
Yeah, Church, I saw it on Cam Newton podcast when I ran across it. I was like, huh?
Yep. I was like, dude, that's unreal,
and
man.
I immediately sent it to my dad. Like, man, you gotta see this.
Dude, I was like, that's unbelievable, man.
The way he presented it, like, yeah, I know some of y'all gonna hit the portal. So we're gonna have a portal scrimmage so y'all can have some tape. Like,
dude, I'm not participating in no damn portal scrimmage. I'm just gonna transfer.
Right. Because what if I get hurt playing in the portal scrimmage? I guess we will take our first call.
Deep downfield. Nah, you
Hey, what's up, man? Man, y'all got to be kidding me, man.
No, this real talk, dog.
It's real, man.
Man, what is Dion trying to do?
Yep. If you go look up Cam Newton's podcast, what it's called, Fourth and One.
Cam Newton.
Yep.
4 for 1.
Mm-hmm. That's why I saw
man,
it.
Dion. I don't know, man. He done lost too much blood or something, man. Something wrong with Dion, man. Dion got to sit down, man. He got to sit down. I don't see he's trying to. I guess he's trying to make it seem like he's trying to help these boys, man.
He's not.
We get, man. You ain't trying to help them boys, man. A scrimmage. Now look. My son play A grade football this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he started the season late, so he wasn't good enough to really play on the 9th grade team.
Right.
So the coach got together with some of the other coaches in the municipal, and they decided they were going to have scrimmages. They were going to split the teams and have scrimmages for all the players that don't get to play in the 9th grade game.
Mm-hmm.
So, as parents, you're excited because you're seeing your son, your child got opportunity to play. Man, we get out there, man. Ain't no referee. They ain't keeping no score. They ain't running. They ain't running no drives. Everybody running 10 plays. You score a touchdown, you 10 straight plays. You got, you get the ball right back. You know what I mean? And it was the thing is, me and some of the parents, we was out there, man. This ain't nothing but a mockery. Y'all making a mockery of my child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if he ain't good enough to play, ain't make him sit on the oak until he get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't look, we don't need no short bus team. You know what I'm saying? Man, we let them earn what they got.
Right on.
This stuff with Dion, man, with this scrimmage, bro, amongst your own team that's getting it. Man, come on, man. How dumb is that?
I've never heard nothing like that. I've never heard nothing like that.
Man, he make himself look. He already looking bad.
Mm-hmm.
He done messed Shadur career. Let's just say it. He done messed Shiloh career. And now he's messing up his own career. I mean, your team is pathetic. Your team bad this year. You said it perfect, bruh. Bruh, what do you coach, first of all? Are you an offensive coordinator?
Right.
Are you a defensive coordinator? Are you special team? You play all three sides of the ball, and you ain't great at coaching none of them.
Right.
None of them.
And see, that's why I said it. That's why I said I think he's just a motivator.
Yeah.
Get you amped up to
Yeah.
run through a wall for him. But when it's time to,
Motivation only gets you so far,
there
dog.
you go.
So you got to put them pads on. You can be motivated and jumping around and hype about getting in the game until somebody hits you in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Or until somebody out there, man, faster than you.
Mm-hmm.
Until somebody out there stronger than you. Until somebody out there smarter than you. Then all of a sudden, man, motivation don't factor in no more. Because it's about skill.
Facts.
So if you can't coach, bro, look, man, go talk at the prisons and motivate them chokers and stuff.
Not the jail, man. Not the jail.
Doc, go to jail. Doc, go down to the 201 Poplar. Man, go go to jail, go somewhere. But football ain't it for you, bruh. Football ain't it for you, man. It's not your thing. You know, you ain't gonna be a dealer, a bailiff, or something.
Hey, just like I was telling,
motivate them girls sitting on that bench.
Yeah, just like I was telling Martell, like, I ain't seen no celebrities at the Colorado game this year. I ain't seen nobody.
Oh, no. Dog, it ain't. Well, here's the thing, man. The hype train done left the building.
Left the building. That's what I said.
It done left the building, man. It done left the building. The thing, it was a thing, bro. It was a thing. It's like the LeBron and the Bronny thing. Like, it was a thing to see it. When it first happened, like, man, this man actually playing with his son. But now that we see how sorry Bronny is, it's like, man, let's move on. Let's get past this. And that's where we are with Dion and Shadur and Shiloh. This whole Colorado thing, man, was great, man. They transitioned from Jackson State. Yeah, Travis Hunter. They coached this team, his boys and stuff, man, through high school, through Pee Wee, Jackson State, Colorado. They had a bad season, first season, second year, man, made it to a bowl game. Them folk gone. The lust is gone. Man, the hype is gone. Dion in and out the hospital. I ain't making no fun of that because that ain't no joke. But man, he been sickly, man. It just don't look the same. Right. And it don't look right, bro. It look like it's forced. Colorado using him right now just for money, but as soon as the money run dry, dog, he's gonna be out that dope. Out that dope. And he got them people coming in that arena.
And that goes back to the question. That I asked earlier. Do you think that job gonna be available next season?
If he leaves, it's gonna be for health reasons.
I think, and I got to ride with you one more time because I don't think Colorado, if they wanted to fire him before they did, they would go to him and let him know, look, we're going to want to go in a different direction. How do you want us to, let the media know about this? Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Dion, because of who he is, he ain't no type of cat that believes, in being fired, So he gonna bow out gracefully and he gonna say, hey, look, for health reasons, I'm deciding that I'm gonna lay it down. I believe it'll go something like that. Right. I don't see a reason why he should come back because, again, let's go back to it. He can't coach offense. Mm-hmm. He can't coach defense. Mm-hmm. He can't coach special teams. And let's think about this. He can't recruit. Mm-hmm. He can't recruit.
Mm-hmm. No, he ain't recruiting no high school players. He getting everybody at the portal.
Come on, man. He getting players, man, from UBA or UAB and some more Jackson State and Tennessee State type players. He not getting no top players, man, from other top schools. He not recruiting, man, 5-star high school players like that. And if he does, we're gonna coach him.
Now he do get that one 5-star offensive lineman that came last year, but he got him because of the hype.
Mm-hmm.
But we know
he ain't gonna be there all 4 years. Because he ain't gonna be there all 4 years.
He finna be in Alabama. He finna be in Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State.
He gonna be in the portal scrimmage.
And I guarantee you, he don't hit the scrimmage. He ain't gonna hit the scrimmage. I bet you that. Man, I'm so finna throw them deuces up.
You can't discriminate because I'm hitting the portal. I'm a 5-star. If it's a portal scrimmage, I'm supposed to play.
Man.
Don't let the 1-star dudes play in the portal scrimmage. I gotta play too.
But what? You mentioned the 5-star offensive lineman, but let's think about this though, man. When you think of 5-star, you need 5-star offensive linemen. Don't get me wrong, you need those big boys down in the trenches.
Oh, definitely.
But what about your 5-star receivers and your 5-star quarterbacks and running backs? What about those skill positions?
Yeah.
What about your own position, defensive back, that you was a Hall of Famer at? Yeah. You ain't even got that on the team.
Exactly.
Travis Hunter just loves you. That's why he was with you. Shadur, if he wasn't Dion's son, he wouldn't have been there. He can't coach. He never proved that he could coach, man. He's as Dig said, he's a great motivator. And the motivation is gone, dog. When you're losing and you're losing the way they lost, especially the way they lost last week, man, I don't care what you say, all them little slick fans and stuff, man, and then you want to throw Jesus in. I'm all for Jesus, dog. But on that football field, dog, hey, I ain't gonna say Jesus ain't there. Jesus everywhere. But on that football field, man, you still got to have some skill at the end of the day.
You got to.
You know, you got to have some skill, man. And you can't motivate a joker from being a 2-star to a 5-star.
Yeah. But dig this, though, man. The stuff that you just said, me and Gip was saying this last year, man. And folk were crucifying us.
Yeah.
They called us haters, dog.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like, what is y'all watching?
And you know, man, and I probably would have been one of them that might have been called, because I'm a Deion fan. I'm gonna be real. I like Deion, and I want to see Deion succeed, man. But at the end of the day, he's not that guy. He's not. I wanted him. I was hoping that he could grow into being a great coach, you know, learn on the fly. But he hadn't even put people around him to learn from. Deion's surrounded by a bunch of yes men, bro. He ain't surrounded by nobody that said, hey, Coach Prime, this ain't the way to go. You know, man, he surrounds himself with a bunch of people, man, that's going to bow down to what Deion say. You know, into his philosophy. You don't have a philosophy. You can't coach, bro. Yeah. You need somebody that has philosophies that can coach football. Yep. At least get Pat Sherman, and you sticking with him. Yeah. And he ain't even good. Yeah. Dude. Hey, come on, man. Pat Sherman, yes, man, though. Yep. So he gonna do whatever Deion said do, man. Warren Sapp, same thing. He's nothing but a big mouth motivator, man. He another Michael Irvin on the sideline. Yeah. You know, talking loud, cussing and all that. He can't coach. You too busy cussing the guys out. They can't hear you once you done call them 3, 4, 5, man, cuss words before you even start. They done tuned you out. You know, so man, he got a bunch of guys on there, man, that, you know, he, like I said, guys that just follow Deion. And so they gonna follow him right on about that dough too. Right on out that dough.
This is the same stuff that we were saying last year. And my thing was, I'm like, dude, I'm a Deion fan too. I like Deion. And I was like, what y'all looking at, man? Yeah. You can't just be going by because you like dude. But man, look at what he doing on the field.
Yeah,
he could.
I think
he wasn't coaching, man.
3-star when he came out of high school.
So even when they were winning, you can tell. Like, I watched Colorado games, man, and you never had a sense, even when they had like big leads, that the games were over. Yeah. Because it always felt like, man, that they were gonna do something stupid. And to me, man, that's a reflection of the coach. Right. You know, the coach, Deion was a risk taker when he was a player. And he coaches the same way he played. And you cannot be like that, man, as a head coach of a football team, leading young men. You can't be willing to risk it all at every opportunity, man, that you get just to try to prove something to the world. You know, it seemed like to me that's what Deion, he would try to prove that he was smarter than, you know, the guy that was across the field from it. You know, he would always try to make it seem like, man, he was just better than everybody else out there. And I think that's where he falls short, man. He don't realize his own flaws because he's too busy trying to cover them up. Yeah. He don't even realize them as a coach. You know, so Deion, man, then this portal scrimmage thing, come on, stupid. Go ahead.
Let me give you a number, man. Stupid. Let me give you 2 numbers. 43-0. Halftime.
Was that I didn't finish watching that. Man. But when I saw that 43-0, man, he you know, come, you know, they talked to him at halftime, you know, they got to fight. Man, my coach coming there talking about 43-0, man, we got to fight. What you think we do?
Check out.
Nigga, what you think we been doing? Man, you don't get your hand foot, like you not see that they better than us, dog. Come on, Dion, man. You got to come up with something better than that, man. We got to fight. We got 43 to nothing.
Man said, y'all leave crime alone.
Dog, we need to wait, dog. What a white flag at? We need the white flag before this gets worse. That's what we need. Man, put us out of our misery, man. Man, that's a hell of a speech. We need to fight. We got to fight. I told them they got to fight.
Dude. This ain't even the final score, man. Yeah. That wasn't even the final. That's the halftime score.
Yeah.
What can you say at that point, man? And me as a player, I'm looking at you like.
But then another thing too, man, you going in, you getting all these players at the portal, and most of them third stringers from other programs and 3-stars.
Yeah,
you're not really upgrading this team. Yeah, you're not upgrading the team. So you really going out there and getting mediocre players, and you getting you see what the results are.
Hey, Tate.
Yep.
Tate, let me give you another number, man, from the first half. Minus 18 yards total offense.
Is that what they had, bro?
Minus 18 yards of total offense. You didn't have 1 yard in you didn't have 0 yards.
No. Exactly. I mean, you didn't even have minus 1 yard. I mean, let's just go on. Let's keep walking it down. Doc, you was literally, Doc, you was out of the back of the end zone. That's what you had. You was 8 yards out of the back of the end zone. That's what you was. Man, it's sad, man. It's a sad ending, man, but it's coming real soon. Coming real soon.
That's what I'm saying. I really believe that job gonna be open by the end of the year, man.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming soon. I mean, they got to make a change.
If they gonna do it, if they gonna do it, they need to go and do it now.
He gonna bow out gracefully.
You ain't gonna be able to get no recruits. So you better.
Well, the thing is, it ain't gonna make no difference. I don't think at Colorado though. I don't think it didn't make no difference before Dion got there. It hadn't made a difference since he been there, and it probably ain't gonna make no difference when he gone. No matter who the coach is, nobody's jumping up, waving their hand, wanting to go to Colorado, man.
Sure, right.
But you don't build you don't build no program at the portal though. You got to go get
you can't do that.
Some high school players. You got to set the foundation.
And
build it up. But you going to the portal because you trying to win now, that shit ain't gonna work.
Yeah. But man, end of the day, I'm gonna be real with you. So I coach flag football and basketball and baseball, but I coach my son's team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a guy ask me. He said, "Man, would you mind coaching AU next year?" And so I was like, "Man, really? The only way I'd be willing to coach is if my son was on that team. My son won't be on the AU team. He'll still be in flag.
Yeah.
So I don't have no motivation to coach up or to coach another team without my son on it. And I look at Dion, man, and I just see a man that right now he don't have no motivation to coach nobody outside of Shadur and Shallow and Travis, man. I just think that was just a phase he went through, man. He was enjoying it because he was coaching his kids. They were successful. That then came to the end, and now his drive is gone.
Yeah.
He don't care nothing about them kids. As much as he say he does, man, he don't care nothing about them kids. You knew that when he retired his boy's jersey at Colorado.
Right.
You knew that then, that it was all about the boys, his boys, man, and him, and that was it. Those other kids didn't really matter to Dion the way he made it sound like he did, man. So he just there right now. He probably trying to prove something to himself because the world already sees Dion, you can't coach and you don't care nothing about nothing. He said in an interview, man, I don't care about nothing going on. He was talking about Cleveland, but I do love me some Shadur Sanders, and really what it comes down to, he love his boys, and I ain't mad at him for that. Go be a dad, man.
Yeah.
Go stand on the sidelines in Cleveland. Go help Shiloh, man, find a team in the CFL, get him better on the, coach him up, man, as a defensive back and try to get him in the league at some point. Coach your boys, man.
I agree.
You don't waste these other kids' lives because you're trying to prove something to the world that the world already know you ain't capable of doing. We see that, and we ain't been on. Hey, I don't think neither one of us been on nobody's football field.
Right.
And we see that Dion, come on, man. We see Dion he ain't capable, man. He ain't capable.
But
turn off the lights, Doc. It's over.
And see, that was another question that I asked at the end of Colorado season last year. I'm like, so where do Dion go from here now that his boys won't be, on his team anymore? So will he continue to have their drive to want to continue on the coach, or is he gonna figure out a way to follow Shador wherever he go?
Yeah. Nah, he wished he could have followed Shador, but he didn't know where Shador was going. and Shador almost didn't make it.
Yeah. Let me put this out here though, man, because I'm looking at it like this from this aspect. I'm like, Dion, you got connections with a whole lot of people, man. So, dude, your son, both of you, at least one of them should have been cold as hell.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But everybody think it should do it because, but come on, bro, like all these, NFL people trying to make it seem like Cleveland blackballing should do it, this, that, or whatever. But I mean, it's not like he no damn Heisman Trophy winner. Mm-hmm. He basically just an average quarterback that's in the NFL. So why is y'all trying to, create this narrative that, he's still in his rookie season.
Yeah. I think
been played for 3 years. Ain't nobody hollering, man, why y'all ain't playing him? He was a first-round pick.
Yep.
Won't nobody hollering for
him.
Hold up,
though, Gip. Let me push back just a little bit, though, Gip. Let me push back just a little bit.
Go ahead.
I honestly do believe he better than Dylan Gabriel, though. I do believe that.
I ain't never say that.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's where Gish Shador an opportunity comes in, because come on, man, we watching Dylan Gabriel, man, looking like one of the munchkins off the Wizard of Oz, and we talking about, he an NFL quarterback. That just ain't working. And then the other thing is, you mentioned Jordan Love. Jordan Love played behind a Hall of Famer for 4 years. It ain't no Hall of Fame. It ain't been no Hall of Famer in Cleveland as a quarterback ever.
Right. But my point is, like, he's just still in his rookie season. He still got time.
Absolutely.
He still got his whole career in front of him. So if it take him being on the bench the whole season and him coming in next year and excelling, then okay, cool. But if you throw him out there,
I would agree with you.
Because their offensive line still look like ass.
Facts.
Right. But see, I'm gonna tell you something. But Gip, this how the NFL work though. If he was a first round pick, that would be right on point. But he's a fifth round pick.
Exactly.
You know how many quarterbacks that's gonna get picked in front of him in the next draft that's gonna automatically be placed in front of him simply because of the position that they were drafted in ahead of him. So he won't get the opportunity beyond this year probably to be an NFL quarterback. So his chance, he had to take advantage of the stage right now being a fifth round pick because obviously nobody believes in it.
All right, so let me push back. So how many quarterbacks that we seen that were first round picks, they got pushed out there and sucked now?
Quite a bit.
No, I agree. I agree. Now,
had one that was a top 5 pick, and he on his third team.
So will.
But look how many opportunities he got. Shador won't get that many opportunities being a fifth round pick.
I think he will. If the talent if the talent is there, he'll get the opportunity. Now go back to what you said. When he gets the chance to, play up to his talents when he get the chance.
He got the ball out.
He got to shine.
Yeah. He got the ball out for sure.
Because at the end of the day, it's up to him.
Because they going to have him on the short leash. Because whenever he play, y'all know they're going to have him on the short leash.
And he
he on a short leash on the practice squad right now. They not, hey, they ain't get it. So that boy, man, that boy's far wrong, man. They oh man, he's the second string on the practice squad. Like, dang, man, can't
But you know, me and Martell done said it numerous times, man. Some of these quarterbacks ain't ready right now.
Yeah.
So when Shador get
Yeah.
that opportunity, then okay. But I mean, maybe this the best thing for him.
It could be.
It very well could be, man. He might wind up landing, you know, in the perfect spot after all of this.
Right.
You know, being a fifth round pick.
I did say that Cleveland was the worst place he could have went to, because that organization is dysfunctional. But like I said, maybe
they're not good with great quarterbacks.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? I just don't like the fact that all these, you know, NFL, you know, commentators and experts pushing this narrative that, you know, Shador need to be playing right now. I mean, he just in his rookie season.
Yeah.
Well, let me give y'all a fact. Let me give y'all a fun fact right quick though. Had somebody not opened their mouth, he probably would have been in Baltimore right now, playing right now.
Yeah, he deserves some blame for where he at. He deserves some blame for where he at.
Yeah. But you can also see his you know, the method to the madness, because he knew, you know, I mean, Lamar is the franchise guy. And I mean, if you feel like, and Shador obviously wrongly felt like he was a franchise quarterback, you know, and I think that's based on, look, some of y'all was talking about, you know, how, you know, guys think they're better than really what they are. And I think his daddy got a lot to do with that. Like you was talking about, Giff, he never won a Heisman Trophy. He was never even a Heisman Trophy race. Right. Like, he was just an average quarterback. But he was led to believe by his father. Think about it. He retired in Jersey. Yeah. You know, he put this hype train behind him, you know, got him his own label, his own brand, you know, and all that. So he was led to believe in his mind that he was a lot better than what he really was. Exactly. You know, and so now he's trapped in that place to where, oh man, no, I'm better than that. I don't need to be a backup even to Lamar Jackson, because I ain't gonna get an opportunity, man, to show my skill. Well, your skills is that bench right now, you know, and your skills, your only skills you're gonna be showing is running that practice squad or running that, you know, that second team, getting that defense ready, you know, for that other team offense, you know. So so he was led astray by his own people, man. Making him believe that he was, you know, and even I felt that Shador had an opportunity. But don't get me wrong, I was blinded by Deion, man, and all the hype train and all that, man. I want to see them folks succeed, bro. You know, I just wanted to see it happen, you know. But obviously, hindsight 2020, man, looking at it, man, hey, he wasn't that great, man, and the opportunity he got, maybe he should have been higher than Phil, maybe third. I think he probably should have got picked where Dylan Gabriel got picked. Right. But nonetheless, still not a starting quarterback right off the top in the league, not deserving of that at all. Right. You know, so he was led astray by his own folks, man. And sadly, man, you know, he gonna fall on that sword, man. But like Giff said, if he keep playing ball, man, when he get out there and he show what he got to do, hey, man, this thing could turn around for him. Who knows? Exactly. Who knows? Exactly. And who knows?
And that's all I was saying about the Baltimore issue, because, man, it's the NFL. You don't know when your time will come. I mean,
you don't know.
You know, so you just have to be ready. So if you would have been in Baltimore, you would have been starting. He passed 4 games, and if you would have balled out of control,
somebody would have offered a high value pick to get you. Go, because you're not going to give up on Lamar. So we'll give y'all a second round or some, a third round to get Shador. Yeah.
And just because you would have been starting there at Baltimore, that don't necessarily mean that that's where your journey gonna end in Baltimore. So it's like Gibb said, somebody would have offered you a third, 4th round pick, 2nd round pick, you'd have been a franchise quarterback for somebody else.
Right. Instead of being the third pick, the third string quarterback on a team that had 4 quarterbacks.
Right.
At the start of training camp.
Yeah.
Like,
See, they had four quarterbacks. They had four quarterbacks who he thought he was better than.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he thought he had a chance to beat them out. But again, that goes back to, man, you know, not being humble enough to if he had not been Deion's son, and I know this is easy to say, he wouldn't have had that mentality because he would have been hungry. He wasn't hungry, bro.
Right.
You know, Deion kept his kids fed well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That's with, now I ain't just talking about food, but I'm talking about with money, with motivation,
Right.
with them thinking that they're better than what they really are. He fed them a lot of stuff, and some of it wasn't good for them.
I'm glad
and
you
that
brought
was
that
one
up.
of them things because
I'm glad you brought that. Go ahead and finish your thought though. When you get done,
okay.
I want to ask you something. Go ahead and finish your thought.
I guess because any other kid whose name wasn't Shadur Sanders or wasn't Deion's son would have accepted any call from any team in the NFL and would have been grateful, falling on their knees, man, crying, glad that they got an opportunity. But him, you know, and the word got passed, hey, man, we called him and he turned us down. So the other team probably was like, oh, man, shoot, he turned the team down. We ain't even finna call him. You know what I mean? So we're going to let him sit out there and burn. And what he do, man? He burned, Doc. He burned, 5th round.
Yeah, and then you going to these interviews, not being prepared and all that stuff because you just thought that you was, you know, that guy.
Right.
And I don't think, you know what, I don't think he wasn't prepared, man. I mean, because when I listen to him interview right now, he's just not a good interview. I don't think he's a good, I don't want to say that he's dumb or anything like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I don't think he's just very good at articulating himself. I think they might have construed that with, oh man, this dude, he's a hope. No, he's just not good at articulating what he want to say. I listen to his interviews now. You think about it, man. It's very plain. It's very bland. You know, when he speaks, like there's nothing. He almost seems like an airhead, which I don't think he is. But I just think that's the way he comes across. And when you finna spend millions of dollars on the guy that's gonna lead your franchise, you don't want him to seem like an airhead. You want him to, you know, have his stuff together, man. You know, so I think that was one of the things, man, that I think that's probably what it was. I don't know. I wasn't in the room. I ain't got the money to pay him. So look, you been asked something, dude.
But I'm gonna say this though, right quick. But you know, that was one of the
things
go ahead,
my bad.
That the Giants said that, you know, when he came for his interview, he wasn't prepared, you know, because he didn't know the playbook and, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that they wanted him to study. And he just brushed it off like it wasn't nothing. So I mean, yeah. But go ahead, Martin. Go on, ask your question.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to get your opinion on what a lot of people were saying out there that these NFL teams were running away from a confident black man. You know, when they interview Shadur, when they see him, they see confidence and they scared of it. That's what they were saying in defense of him, but that's not what I saw. That's not what I saw. I didn't see confidence. I saw cockiness. Like I'm entitled to be here.
Arrogance.
Yeah. So did you see that? Like he was just too confident for these teams? Is that what you saw?
Well, I'm gonna put it like this. It goes back to who your teacher is. Like a pupil is gonna reflect whoever taught him. The way that he taught him, he's gonna do things almost verbatim. And so how he's watched his dad handle the media, how he's watched his dad handle, you know, coaching and all of that, that's what Shadur, that's the way he handles everything. He handles it with you see how, you know how quick Deion is. Now Deion is very witty. He's very smart. He's far from an airhead. He's quick with his words, you know, his responses, you know, and I think Shadur probably picked up on a lot of that. And it just and he don't understand you're not Deion Sanders. You're not the Hall of Fame cornerback. You're Shadur Sanders, a probably 2 or 3 star player who's only in this position we're seeing because your dad is Deion Sanders. So you need to do everything that you need to do. Deion didn't have to, what he said, he didn't even go to the combine, did he? Yep. Or did he go to the combine, he ran the 40 and went home or something?
Yep, he ran the 40 and ran out the door.
Yeah, so Deion was a very high-skilled, high-level football player. Shadur Sanders was just a guy that had a dad who was a very high-skilled, high-level football player who spoke loud about his kids. And so Shadur saw himself as something that nobody else but his dad saw him as. And that's where his mistake was. And that's where his cockiness came from. He believed the hype. He didn't believe that he had to prove himself. You telling teams don't draft you? And you telling teams don't draft you in the first round, they didn't even want to draft you in the fourth round. Right. Some of them not even in the fifth round. So think about that. Think about if I'm telling teams, don't Deion, for instance, don't draft my son because I don't think you're a good organization. Or my son, you wouldn't be your organization's not a good fit for my son. Mm-hmm. Man, the 32 organizations didn't even think your son was worthy of going in the first 4 rounds. Yep. They showed you that they didn't think your son was that good.
And here's
but you kept feeding. Go ahead.
Here's a fun fact for you. So you had a player that went in the top 10 that had just killed somebody. The defensive tackle for the Eagles.
Yeah, from Georgia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He still went in the first round.
So did.
And y'all didn't even know if he was going to get locked up or not.
Didn't know he was going to jail.
Right.
Took a chance on him. Because the talent level was there, the skill level was there.
Exactly. I ain't never known the NFL to just misjudge talent.
Right. So that whole narrative, but to answer your question, back to you was talking about, cockiness or confidence. And I think it was just a case of mistaken identity. I think that's what it was. I think he was misidentified by his daddy, man, and it caused him to act a certain way with those people who was gonna sign his check, and it messed him up. Yeah. It messed him up, man. Yeah. It messed him up.
You're right.
So
you're right.
Yeah, man. Man, but hey, man, let me get that. How about them Cowboys real quick, man? How about them Cowboys? Y'all got that?
You can always get that.
Yeah, man. We.
What you feeling?
Well, I feel like, man, we hadn't disappointed, man. It's up and down. I think what we seeing is what we all have been expecting, since week 2. I'm gonna put it like that for me. Since week 2, because week 1 they gave me a little hope. I thought we were gonna, be all right. Then I think week 2, who do we play week 2? The Giants. Was it the Giants?
It might be correct.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And they had the shootout. Yep. So we kind of felt a certain way by the defense, and so it's been that ever since, man. So up and down, 1 week at a time, man, and
we still
evil flus, man.
We still getting 11 wins.
Come on, dog. We talked about this last week, man. Right?
Hey, I got to check with you every week, dog.
Make sure you staying on course. Yeah, you got to make sure you staying on course, man.
Well, bro, we ain't got many more losses we can get, man. Come on, man. Let's just stay in the moment, man. 1 week at a time. 1 week at a time, man. We got Arizona Monday. We don't know who's gonna show up. We don't know. Right. We don't know what's gonna happen, man. But I will say this, man. Sunday, man, was the first time I ever watched a Cowboy game where, man, I really did not know half the players, man, that was on the field on that defense. I was so lost, man. I saw one dude out there, man. I promise you, man. The dude jersey was so big, it looked like they just pulled it off the shelf and just here, man, put this on, man. Put this on. And he was a starter, Doc. He was a starter.
What's that? You put this on?
Man, the man jersey, you know how the jersey, you gotta get the jersey, they put them on and they fit slugs, everywhere. Man, this man jersey looked like, man, he was playing junior high ball in the 90s. That's what it looked like. It didn't fit nowhere. It didn't fit nowhere, man. I said, boy, we got some real street ballers out there today. Hard folk.
Hey, we in the same boat, dog. We in the same boat, man. At least y'all can say y'all got a high-powered offense, man. Man, we put up 15 points against Houston. Now we supposed to have a guru for the head coach. He's supposed to be an offensive guru. Yeah. Man, you scored 15 points.
But y'all got an excuse, man. Y'all ain't got the star quarterback. Your number one receiver hurt. Your whole team really been hurt. All season long. Man, then y'all sit 5-3. Y'all still on top of your division.
Yeah.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro? Like, I'll take that man any day over what we got. Hey.
But I'm like, dude, this
like,
is. But I'm saying this is a normal for Kyle Shanahan. We always injured, man.
Yeah.
Dude, we lose one or two. We lose one or two players every Sunday, man.
Yeah.
So, but that ain't his fault, though, Diggs, man. That ain't his fault. You blame the coach, man, for injuries. I'm like, man, he got y'all 5-3 with injured players, man. Man, we got high power offense, man, and I'm talking about, well, if the all right, let's ask this question, man. I'm gonna get off this phone. If we got a high powered number one offense in the league, and we 3-4-1. What does that? What is our defense then? What does that make our defense? If we got a high-powered offense and we 3-4-1.
Somebody said y'all gonna be 5-5.
Doc, at this point, I'll take it. I'll take it at this point.
I know where team gonna be 5-5. Hell no, I better not see it. I think the most I've seen is a team that had two times.
That's the most I've seen.
Man, y'all better not break that record. No damn 3 times.
I think we only reason we got that tie against Green Bay. Green Bay just got tired of playing, man. They just said, "Look, man, we're gonna let this be a we're gonna let this be a tie, man." No, that defense, bro. The offense can't overcome the defense. So if you got number one offense, your offense can't overcome your defense. Your defense is historically terrible. Yeah. Like, you're only 32nd in the league because there's only 32 teams in the league. If it were more teams, you'll be worse than that. That's pathetic, bro. So, man, Diggs, while you over there talking about, we 5-3. Yeah, we lost to Houston. Boy, we done lost to Chicago, and we done lost to Carolina. Dowdle done ran for 250 on them.
Yeah.
Hey, boy, if you don't be quiet, brother.
Hey, man.
Hey, y'all ain't even got the starting quarterback. Hey, we sitting around here, man, got everything going on offensively. Man, these defense, they go out there and turn. You know them little bugs, man, when you touch them, they roll up and turn in the ball?
Roly-poly.
That's what our defense do, man. Them roly-polies, man. We got 11 roly-polies out there, man. Hey, man, let me get off this phone, man. Look, man, I just like as usual, man, enjoy listening to y'all, bro. I'll stay timed in, man, till y'all finish out. I'll let y'all next week.
All right, brother. Man. We appreciate you, man.
All right, brother.
All right. Oh, man.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch the Dallas game, but like I said, I heard about the Michael Irvin going off on the defense. Like, damn.
Yeah, bye. Hey, we can go and finish the college up, man.
Yeah. So, so of course, it's a new AP top 10 now in college. You still got Ohio State at number 1, Indiana number 2, Texas A&M number 3, Bama 4, Georgia 5, Oregon 6, Ole Miss 7, Georgia Tech 8, Vandy 9, and it's a tie at 10. BYU and the U.
Dude, we beat Stanford convincingly and then dropped in the bowl.
Yeah.
From 9 to 10. But hey.
Yeah.
They do what they want to do with these polls, man. So
yeah, I just can't understand how the hell Vandy ranked higher than Tennessee.
Nah. Y'all play them this year, don't y'all?
Yeah, we play them every year, the last game of the season.
Oh, nice.
And that'll probably gonna be a first in a while. Us playing Vandy.
Both y'all ranked.
Now, if we were still like, in the East, it would be a most definitely crucial game because, you still got Georgia with 1 loss. They would be in the East. And Vandy, I don't even think they didn't have Georgia and Vandy played already. I know Vandy do got 1 loss.
No, they.
So they probably don't even play. Now, they was in the East, of course, they would play each other, you know what I'm saying? And just think if the SEC championship on the line for Vandy.
Georgia loss came against Bama.
No, I'm saying Vanderbilt got a loss, but I didn't know if that came. Well, no, it came against Bama too. So, yeah, so they probably don't even play Georgia. Let me look it up and see. But that would be something, man, for Vandy to have a chance to go to the SEC championship game, and we would have to beat them to spoil this shit.
Hey, why you looking it up, man? A piece of information to pass on. The SEC decided they were going to suspend the referee, Ken Williams, for the remainder of the season because his crew performed terribly against Georgia
and Auburn. Yeah.
And, dude, I posted some on social media. I was like, man, this got to be the worst officiating I've seen in college football this season.
Was that the infamous clap timeout?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they took a touchdown away from Auburn and everything. It's like, dude, what is y'all looking at? Y'all go up under the hood and still get the shit wrong.
So, of course, Vandy got Texas this week at Texas. Then they got Auburn.
Beat Texas.
They got Auburn, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So they beat South Carolina when they was ranked 11. And they beat LSU when they was ranked 10. And they just beat Missouri, ranked 15. And they played Bama at that time. I think Bama was probably 17. But Bama, to me, man, they the hottest team in the country right now. They ranked 4.
Yeah.
So
they're going to make sure they get in the playoff.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be and that's why I don't like the SEC being in one.
Yeah.
It's going to be too many teams with 1 loss.
They need to go back to how it used to be.
Yeah, East-West. Because you got Ole Miss. Like I said, you got Georgia, you got Bama, you got Vanderbilt. All of them got 1 loss.
Yep.
And Texas A&M undefeated.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they're going to lose to somebody. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
So Miami bounced back. They defeated Stanford 42-7. Carson Beck still didn't look like nothing. He went 21 for 28, 189 yards, 1 touchdown. Texas defeated Mississippi State 45-38 in overtime. Arch Manning, 27 for 46, 346, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. Our own Memphis Tigers defeated the number 18th ranked South Florida 34-31.
I called it last week.
You did.
I took the Tigers. I just feel like, the UAB game, everybody have a bad game. If they was at South Florida, then I'd probably, they might lose. But yeah, it's a nice, man, home field advantage that we had. And they came out, old Grammatica.
It's another one of them.
He was the kicker for South Florida. He the one missed the field goal.
Is he the grandbaby?
He might be the son. It might be one of them sons. It was 2 of them in there. So it might be one of them sons. So
Hey, one of them went to South Florida, didn't it? Or did they both go there?
Good question. I don't know.
I know one of them went there for sure.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, I know one of them went for sure.
Oh man, NFL, man.
Yeah.
And we ain't got much time because
yeah, we can roll through it, man. Again, the Niners fell to Houston 26-15. Broncos defeated the Cowboys 44-24. Packers defeated the Steelers 35-25. Surprisingly, the Indianapolis Colts are 7-1. They beat the Titans 38-14. And guess what? The Jets got their first win. Shit,
I told you, man.
It only took them 14 weeks to get one.
I told you. They won. There was gonna be somebody in them stretch of games. They gonna put it out. Told you, man, the Jets were gonna go over.
It's so looking like it.
So the over under still 1.5, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna win.
You're gonna win.
They're gonna get 2. They're gonna get 2. They're gonna get 2.
Yeah, you looking good right now, dog.
Damn.
Oh man. But man, I got to play it again.
Anything else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah, they got destroyed. Because I was reading something. They said that outside of a kneel down at the half, that the Broncos scored on 7 straight possessions.
Yep.
God damn.
Yep.
Y'all didn't stop them at all.
Dude, Bo Nix, he was earning that thing out, man.
And they were talking about how, I guess, the running back is a rookie. He scored his, I don't know if it was his first touchdown or a receiver scored his first touchdown.
They got the J.K. Dobbins dude.
Yeah. But so it was a receiver scored his first touchdown. And they were talking about one of their rookie corners got his first interception. So they was praising the rookies on how they played. And y'all got the number one supposedly scoring offense.
Yeah.
You can't blame it on the weather. It wasn't snowing in Denver.
So what? I ain't that mile high altitude.
Yeah, that might have did something. But I ain't gonna say that. I mean, we all know, man, Dallas defense sucks.
Yeah.
Like this, it's
Denver got one of my guys, man, Pat Surtain, dude. I love dude game.
he got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt. He got a shoulder injury, so he's gonna be out for
They
a few
said
weeks.
it might be a pick. So if it's a pick, he might be out for the year for sure.
Yeah. I like his game, man. It's just certain corners that I like him, Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
I like how they ball, man.
Yeah, they play that old school, get in your face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow you.
I'm gonna
across.
follow you. That's what I like.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you across the field. Ain't no Richard Sherman. I'm just gonna play one side.
This my side on.
Yeah.
I like that, man. I'm gonna follow your top dog everywhere.
Man, you know what, man? Unless you got anything else you want to, talk about in the NFL, man, we can go on do top dog, slaw dog, man. There you go. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube or checking out our podcast on your favorite podcast app, we got our Top Dog Slaw Dog Awards where we give praise to those players that had an outstanding week and throw shade at the ones that stunk it up for the week. We got the Sucker Duck in the house.
Yes, sir.
So go and let us know who you got for your Top Dog and Slaw Dog in college.
I'll be glad to, man. Now, this Slaw Dog, I'm gonna wait. I know I'm gonna wait on that, but I just
ready.
I can't wait to put it out there. Y'all probably already know who it is because we talked about it earlier, but
yeah,
hang on just a little bit longer. All right, so my college top dog of the week, I went with none other than Alabama State quarterback Andrew Body versus Alabama A&M in the Magic City Classic. Magic City Classic. We talk HBCUs here.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So we finna show some love to my guy here, but wait till y'all hear what he did in this classic, man.
I want to know.
My G went 19 for 24 for 300 yards, 304 yards to be exact, with 5 touchdowns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them things. No picks. That's an average of 12.7 yards per pass. And he wasn't done. He had 7 carries in this game for 66 yards and another touchdown. So that's an average of 9.4 yards per carry. So he was toting that thing and he was throwing that thing against their rival in the Magic City Classic. Only thing was missing in that game for him was Magic City strippers.
And some Magic City wings. That's what West College said. He was going to the strip club. I want to get some wings. I ain't never ate in the strip club before. I never will. Hey, wings and booty meat don't go together. You might end up with the wrong sauce on your wings.
Man, what?
I don't want that.
Hey, so Andrew Body, with their performance, man, you deserve my top dog of the week, and you deserve the Magic City wings and the Magic City strippers, dog.
Damn, man. You have to do body like this, man. My body all over your body. That's what they were playing.
I'm trying to tell you, with their performance, they were waiting on him, dog. Hey, my college football slaw dog of the week. Y'all heard us talking about it earlier, man. It's none other than the Colorado Buffaloes. I know what you're saying, man. Give them a break. No. So on this show here, man, you get what you earn. And they earn this damn slaw dog from the head coach all the way down to the damn kicker. So this is what they did against Utah. They had 140 total yards of offense in this game. They gave up 587 yards of total offense. You had 38 yards rushing and 102 yards passing. You gave up 422 yards rushing. You hear that? 422 yards.
Ain't Marshall Faulk when they coaching staff?
Yes, he the running backs coach.
So y'all got all this all this NFL experience.
Right.
You got defensive coach, line coach, running back. I mean, why you bring Faulk? Y'all don't even run the ball.
Hall of Famers.
Right. All three of them.
Hall of Famers. Dog, you got shut out at halftime. The score, like I mentioned earlier, was 43-0.
But see, this is the thing I didn't understand. They showed Deion going off on the defensive coordinator on the sideline.
Yeah, I saw that.
You should have been going off on the offensive coordinator. He ain't got nothing to do with y'all getting shut out. Maybe if y'all would have put some points up, y'all going 3 and out, they probably wouldn't score as much.
Now, Utah rushed for 167 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first quarter, dog.
Oh, damn.
At the halftime, Utah had 398 yards of total offense, and Colorado had minus 18 yards of total offense. You tell me.
So that negative 18 ain't got nothing to do with the defensive coordinator.
It don't.
So once again, what's your your offensive philosophy or your defensive philosophy? You a defensive player in college and in the NFL. But your defense been the worst thing since you've been in Colorado. I don't know how their defense was at Jackson State, but I mean
43 points in the first half.
Yeah, that's horrid.
And you got a donut?
Yeah, that's horrid.
Stop it, man. Stop it. But like I always say, all is not lost. I can find a silver lining in anything. You won my slaw dog.
man. All right, so for my top dog and slaw dog in college, man. So I'm gonna do something I ain't never did before. My top dog is actually 3 players at the University of Tennessee, wide receivers. So they had 3 receivers that had over 100 yards receiving. 3. So Chris Brazzell had 4 receptions for 138 yards and a touchdown. Mike Matthews had 6 receptions for 107 yards receiving and a touchdown. And Brandon Staley had 6 receptions for 105 receiving yards. He didn't have a touchdown, but still. 3 wide receivers with 100 yards each. I can't remember the last time I saw that. But since y'all did it, that's why I got to give y'all praise. So Tennessee wide receivers, y'all gets my top dog of the week. Oh. My slaw dog.
I was wondering when they was gonna make their appearance.
Y'all been bad all year. And we forgot they coach gone too.
Yeah.
So that's another coaching vacancy. Oklahoma State Cowboy. I just heard to be a Cowboy this week.
Man, what?
Anything else I got to say? How about them Cowboys?
So I ain't even gonna give y'all no stats. I'm just gonna give y'all one word. Shutout.
Damn.
When you get that, you already know it's automatic spaghetti sauce. Slaw dog. I just think Tennessee was thinking about getting him as their head coach.
Oh man, dude, y'all
when Pruitt got fired.
Y'all was in the same boat, man.
Hell no. I don't think he'll get another job.
I'm 40.
Man, you been there all that time, dog, and you got one. Do you even got a Big 12 championship?
Appearance, man.
Appearance. Damn.
That's terrible, man. That is terrible.
All right, so who you got for your top dog and slaw dog in the NFL?
My NFL top dog of the week, he put on a clinic. It goes to Buffalo Bills running back James Cook III against the Carolina Panthers. My G had 19 carries for 216 yards. 2 of them touchdowns. That's an average of 11.4 yards per carry. Massive. I don't give a damn who you playing in the NFL. If you got over 200 yards on the ground, man, hey, you putting in work.
Yeah.
And dude, he had 19 carries on that. So it ain't like he had 25 plus to get 200 yards.
30 carries or something like that. Yeah.
19 carries, 216 yards. James Cook, you wins my top dog of the week. And now, the moment y'all all been waiting on, my slaw dog of the week in the NFL. I know what y'all gonna say. I went with Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett against the New England Patriots. He had 6 tackles for 5 sacks. I know what you're thinking. He had 5 sacks. That's a good game. How is he your slaw dog of the week? Well, you just sit there and listen. I'm going to tell you something. Now, you had 5 sacks and y'all lost. You goes on the sideline, take your helmet off, slam your helmet down because you disgusted about your offense. Motherfucker, you knew what kind of offense y'all going to have when the season started. You knew this in March when you demanded a trade. And they slid that damn $40 million a year contract over to you and you just hushed. You signed your name on that shit, knowing what you had.
Yeah, you knew what you were getting yourself into.
Man, so I don't want to hear it, man. Yeah. I do not want to hear that shit. I don't want to see you slamming your damn head, man. You signed up for all this shit.
You had a chance to leave.
There it is.
You You had a chance to get out of that marriage, man.
So did.
She slobbed you up. You love her. Now you mad. Now you mad again.
Hey, you around here putting in all that damn work. You got 10 sacks on the season now. 10 sacks.
That should put you in the top 5.
Yeah, it should. And you around here mad and shit now, slam your helmet like, man, I can't take this no more.
You had the chance, dog.
You had the chance to leave.
Yep.
You know, you could have forced your way on out of there and played with a contender. So you got 5 sacks and still lost. So all the shit you doing now is meaningless. You ain't played in a meaningful game and I don't know how long.
Sure ain't got no division, you know what I'm saying? Championship, no division title.
None of that.
Now, I know y'all went to the playoffs back in 2020 or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that was a one and done.
Got bounced in the first round.
I'm pretty sure
it was.
I didn't think y'all had made it since you've been there, but obviously I was wrong, and I eat that. But you, like Montel said, man, you can't get mad over. That was your decision.
Your decision.
You let them know I need to go, and they just let you know, man. Money talk.
And bullshit walk a million miles.
Yeah.
So there it is. So
now, what you want? You want to win a ring, or you want more money? You proved what it was. So.
Proved it.
Can't get mad, man.
You slam your helmet. That shit don't mean nothing. You stuck there, man.
Don't try to demand no trade next year. Don't try to demand no trade next year.
It must be the money.
I want winners.
You got that bread though, but man, shit, all your sex is meaningless.
Yeah.
Hell, you might break the sack record when nobody even care.
Man, how can he gonna have 20 sacks and they ain't even had 20 wins in 3 years?
They gonna be at home for the playoffs
again. Another one. And another one.
An all-time sack leader, right?
Man. And ain't even got a division title.
At all. Myles Garrett, man, take this slow dog, man. Slam your damn helmet like you pissed off, and it's your fault. Tell you, man.
All right, man. So for my top dog and slaw dog in the NFL, and I had to do it.
Uh-oh.
I had to do it.
Oh.
There they go. JTES, Jets.
JTES.
Whatever shit. JT. JET. J-Tets. How about the J-Tets, y'all?
I'm like, what the hell is he spelling?
Hey, that means I ain't used to them winning. I can't even spell their fucking name right. My apologies, man. For the chant, man. You know, them New Yorkers, you know, they crazy. I done been out there. I know. And don't never get on the expressway out there. Shit, I got sandwiched in between 2 cars on the expressway. Like, what kind of driving is this?
They were Jets fans.
Man. I'm in the inside lane. The dude coming off the turn, he ain't yield. He just got on over. So I'm swerving over, and there's another car right here in between them. I'm surprised how neither one of us hit each other. It must have been how Memphis driving from riding downtown that saved me.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
But for the JETS, Jet, y'all got y'all first win of the season. I have faith in y'all. I just need y'all to cover my 1.5 over. And we going to be good. So congratulations to the Jets getting their first win. Y'all get my top.
I can't believe you did it, dog.
Hey. What's face it? JT, what?
Everybody said JT, yes.
Hey, that kind of
It kind of sound better than JETS.
the JTX.
Man, crazy, man.
All right, man. So for my slot dog and this was kind of what the fuck? Got some lagging going on. I don't like that.
I know somebody ain't gonna like this.
So I picked the Saints, man.
It's a slow dog.
It's my slow dog. And here's why. You had two quarterbacks play, both of them through NITs, and one of them was a pick six. Then you had two lost fumbles. And you sacked, the quarterback was sacked 5 times. Now, I know the Jets were winless at one point, but I'm starting to think that the Saints are the worst team in the NFL.
Right.
Because they look bad. And, Kamara, he ain't the Kamara that we all used to seeing play.
Mm-hmm.
And I know there was a rumor out there that was going to probably trade him away and, he didn't want to go nowhere. Man, you better get the hell up out of there.
You better.
You better get the hell on up out of there, man.
You better.
Because ain't nothing good finna happen in New Orleans as long as you are there for the rest of your career. So just go on and get up out of there.
It's over with.
Yeah, so, yeah. I had to pick a slaw dog, man, and I just went on pick New Orleans, man. So with that New Orleans ain't, man, y'all get my slaw dog.
They go back to the 8.
Man, because y'all didn't even try to really upgrade the quarterback. Come on, Rattler. Now y'all drafted the dude. He like 26 years old.
Yep.
Garbage. A rookie.
Garbage.
So y'all could at least get a veteran. Somebody. But hey, it is what it is. JT.
Everybody just don't butcher it.
I'm gonna go get a shirt made. JT.
Everybody done butchered the hell out that damn name.
Oh man.
Oh man, everybody crazy here.
All right, man. So we can go ahead and do our games of the week, and you can go and do your teams for the college and the NFL.
All right. Well, my college game of the week, man, I went with the number 10th ranked Miami Hurricanes, who sits at 6-1. They show to Texas to see the 5-3.
Dallas, Texas.
Exactly. To see the 5-3 Southern Methodist University Mustangs. These teams only played one time in their history, and that was in 1965, and SMU won this game 7-3. Miami is ranked 32nd in college football in scoring at 32.2 points per game, and SMU is averaging 29 points per game, which is good for 46. Now, if you're a betting man like my guy Gilp here, you want to put something on that, it's the Canes minus 12.5. The over-under is 50.5, and the money line is minus 500. What you think?
This y'all first road game? True road game?
Yeah.
I ain't sold. This y'all first true road game? Yeah, I ain't sold, bro.
So you taking the Stangs?
Yeah.
Straight up on the money line.
Straight up. What's the over-under again? You said how much?
50.5.
What's the point spread?
Minus 12.5.
But y'all favorite,
yeah.
though. I don't know, man. I know SMU did make the college football playoff last year. And I know they still got the same quarterback. And ain't this y'all offensive coordinator from a couple of years ago?
Yep.
That's the head coach?
Yep. Last year.
Since this y'all first true road game, man. Yeah.
You gonna take the Stangs.
Yeah.
Oh man. Carson Big, man. I don't need you coming out there throwing those 4 picks, man.
Yeah.
Man,
You better not come out throwing
Man, you better have your shit together, man.
Oh, man.
$4 million. I need 4 or 5 touchdowns this Saturday.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's facts on that. We paying you, you know what I'm saying, all that type of money. Yeah.
Damn right. All right, my NFL game of the week. So this is a AFC showdown.
Man, it's like every year.
Every year. So you got the now 5-3 Kansas City Chiefs taking their ass to Buffalo to see the 5-2 Buffalo Bills. These teams have played 57 times, including 7 postseason games. Buffalo leads this all-time series 30-26-1. And Josh Allen has yet to defeat Pat Mahomes in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. See, ain't nobody didn't beat them in the playoffs but Burrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That man own him and Lamar.
Man.
So you can have them MVPs.
Oh, yeah.
I want the Super Bowl trophy.
I would say this is a big game for Josh Allen, but you already done beat him in the regular season last year.
That don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
You can't beat them when they count.
Yeah, it don't mean nothing.
So, I mean, I expect this to be an entertaining game. It's probably going to be some points put up on the board. So the spread goes like this. It's the Chiefs minus 1.5, the over under 52.5, and the money line is minus 125. What you think?
Man, Kansas City hot right now. I gotta give it to them.
So Buffalo lost Ed Oliver. Think he out for the year.
And I don't think Buffalo really got no real true threat at receiver.
Nah.
So I'm taking Kansas City. I'm taking Kansas City.
It is.
Man. All right, so for my games of the week in college and the NFL, you know, if you've been following this show, you already know what time it is.
I already knew where you was going.
I already knew what he said. You saw it. Like, I ain't gonna waste my time. Oklahoma and Tennessee. Now Oklahoma is ranked 18, Tennessee is ranked 14. So offensively, Oklahoma's only scoring 28 points per game, and Tennessee is 45. Defensively, Oklahoma's giving up 12, and Tennessee is giving up 30. Yeah, our defense is trash. trash. But some gonna have to give, man. We at home. And then, of course, Oklahoma's coming off, a loss to Ole Miss. So hopefully that carries on and we can get this W, the Hyper Bowl.
That's what it is.
Where he won his national championship at Oklahoma. So hopefully he already 1-0 against them since being at Tennessee because we beat them last year. Hopefully we can keep this streak continuing. Let's see what it do.
Dude, how come all the old college quarterbacks big as a house now? Hyper big as a house, man.
And he lost weight. He done lost weight.
He looked like he played no quarterback.
Man. But he wasn't no skinny quarterback back then either. So, man, you got unlimited access to the gym.
Exactly.
Unlimited access to the gym.
You ought to have a 6-pack under your tank top, man.
Not a 6-pack of beer. So my NFL game of the week, man, I went with as you said, the 7-1 Colts going to Pittsburgh. So Indianapolis is averaging 33 points per game on offense. Pittsburgh is averaging 25. Defensively, Indianapolis is giving up 19, and Pittsburgh is giving up 25. I don't know, man. Indy, they the best team in the NFL right now. No, there's no disputing it. The record shows it.
Not at all.
Pittsburgh, I was a little disappointed, in the Monday night. Was it the Monday night game?
It's Sunday night game.
Sunday night game, yeah. Yeah, I didn't. Green Bay, I mean, Green Bay straight, but y'all at home. You know what I'm saying? No, they was in Green Bay, wasn't it?
No, they was in Pittsburgh.
Oh, they was in Pittsburgh? Oh, okay. Well, that makes it even worse.
Yeah.
So I already got my parlay done. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Because I don't see y'all losing back-to-back, games at home. I don't know where your run game is, but, man, y'all, come on, man. Come on, A-Rob. Let's get this victory, man, on my parlay.
Yeah.
All right, man. So that's it for the games of the week. You got anything else you want to chime in on before we shut it down?
Man, let's see. Man, I want to show that video, man, of that catch.
Okay.
For Miami. We got a little time left, so
we got some time.
Yeah, let them see that, man. We ain't have our big player of the week last week.
Right.
So give it to them this time. So, man, these slates of games in the NFL this week, I mean, they not good.
Well, they better than the ones last week. That shit most definitely wasn't good. Most definitely wasn't good.
Yeah, dog.
But we can get this one in.
Yeah, roll that beautiful bean footage.
The fade. Caught. Daniels. And there's the payback. Touchdown, Canes. Way on the fade. Caught. Daniels. And there's the payback. Touchdown, Canes. Finally happened.
It's just one-on-one, and C.J. Daniels goes up and makes a phenomenal play off the shoulder pad of the cornerback, and Miami can breathe a sigh of relief as they finally.
Yeah, that was a nice catch, though.
Man, that's what you want from your playmakers, man.
You should have put it out there a little further, though.
I agree.
But yeah, that was a good catch, no doubt.
That's what you want from your playmakers, man, to come out there and make a play for you.
Yeah.
So, but
don't wear them jerseys no more.
I agree.
But the fatigues with black helmet.
I don't know what kind of helmet they could have put on them joints, man.
Y'all was gonna do the black. Y'all should have wore the all black.
Yep.
Y'all should have wore the. Where y'all get these fatigue joints from?
I don't know what kind of helmet they could have wore with the fatigues.
It got to be a green helmet.
Like that fatigue, I don't know, man. I think they would look ugly with them green helmets.
Well, I could have just kept the white ones.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. That probably would have been a whole lot better than the black.
That black just didn't go with. I mean, either you wear the all black or you had the fatigues on with the white helmet. Just left it at that. It had a fatigue stripe going down the middle of your helmet or something. But I know Tennessee's supposed to wear their blackouts this weekend.
Okay.
So, they always wearing for Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Since Halloween on Friday.
Yeah,
y'all make sure, man, y'all watch out for them tricks and get y'all some treats.
Pay a treat to get you a treat.
Yeah. Because if you ain't tricking, you ain't treating. If you ain't tricking, you ain't treating. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I guess we'll cue the music up, man. Shit,
let's get it.
Like we do every week around this time, man. Shout out to everybody who chimed in with us, man. Most definitely appreciate y'all comments and stuff, man. Much love. Shout out to our caller that hit us up tonight, man. Appreciate all your input. If y'all know somebody who need a dope podcast to check out, y'all tell them about Deep Downfield podcast. We're on all your major platforms, and we're strictly on YouTube right now. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and that subscribe button for us. And if you're digging this head I got on, y'all click on the link below in the description. Fanatics got you covered. Y'all can take advantage of 30% off.
Yeah, we do get a commission for any purchase you make, and no proceeds will go to us continuing bringing this hot podcast to y'all.
It's dopeness. You dig? Y'all need some of this Deep Downfield girl, man. We got you, man. We got merchandise, man. Got shirts, we got glasses and everything. So y'all get at us on that. We'll make sure you get straight on that.
Yeah, I need to give me another hoodie.
Oh, yeah, it's that time.
It's gonna get cold out here.
Yeah, man. Let me see what I can come up with, man. Sucker ducker hoodie.
Oh, no.
Man, we trying to ship this shit all up and down the goddamn Mississippi, man. We need y'all help to do it.
No doubt.
Anything else, my G?
Man, that's it, man. That's it. We're to get this video chopped up and put out there.
There you go. Man, it's gonna be another dope slate of games this weekend. We're gonna check them out. Y'all make sure y'all come right back next Tuesday night and hear what we got to say about all them damn games. So for my dog Gip, I'm your dude Martell the Sucker Ducker. We gone.
Trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat. Trick-or-treat.